Hi everyone, we're going to work through part 3A on the March 2020 exam. This is a question about transforms. We're given an image on the left and asked to figure out which of these elementary transformation sequences produces the image on the right. And I've gone ahead and marked some particular points that we can correspond because it's a little easier to think about where points move than whether the whole image transform is lining up correctly. And so in particular, this red point circled on the bottom left will get mapped over to this point, and then this point in orange gets mapped here. And we're going to see that the ordering is important because only a subset of these parts are true. So part I, transform sequence 2, and then transform sequence 4 will all be correct. Let's just work through the first part. So for this transform sequence, we're going to scale x by -1, and that corresponds to a left-right flip. This point, -1, -1, will get shifted over to 1, -1, and this cal logo will be reversed. Then we rotate -45 degrees. That means that we're doing a -45 degree counterclockwise rotation corresponding to a 45 degree clockwise. So this point, which had gotten mapped over to 1, -1, now gets mapped down here. And because this diagonal of the square is of length square root 2, this point here is mapped to 0, negative square root 2. The next transform is a translation, so easy to see where this gets mapped. We add 2 units to the x-coordinate, and then subtract 2 units from the y-coordinate. Finally, the rotation is 90 degrees counterclockwise. So this point, which is living somewhere, maybe down here, is rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise up to some point up here. And so what does that do? It will flip the sign of the y-coordinate here to 2, 2 plus root 2. And that indeed corresponds to the coordinate we saw here. And if we follow through this transformation sequence with the orange vertex, we'll also see that it maps to the same point on the right. The similar logic can be applied to parts 2 and 4 in order to get that result.